I've said, there's no curse here. There's no weird omen or anything along those lines. It is indeed expected Counter-Strike. We are getting into it though. Pistol well underway here, of course. Outside execute, a little bit wider. CMB gonna be the first to break the silence.
In-game leader stepping up when it counts the most. Warren 2K hearing a lot of these footsteps down to the lower bomb site. Might be able to try and trap him in out to the single door and decontamination. All comes down to a matter of timing and when he's able to strike and see if he can find some more picks. And there it is, Solin getting into the action.
All right, looking good. Not bad at all. Warro will go down, but of course now Valde finds himself to be the only player.
Well, that fell apart quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, didn't go so hot. They lost the one player, and it was pretty telegraphed, I think, ultimately, is a large part of it there. And now sat with just the one guy. He's got a mollo. Might be able to find himself a bit of damage, and, you know, that'll help with the force buy. But even the bomb plant here not looking likely.
Even for Mad Lions, in the situation where they are, but they've only got one win, they've actually had some decent positives going to their name. Borup's tied first for most clutches in the event right now at 5, so he's been able to have some individual moments. We've got to start wondering as well when those moments are going to come in. And definitely not going to be needed in this round. Valde, very difficult clutch to come through. And it was just that whole outside play went in quite quickly. It was read very much immediately from TMB. And then even the lower players, JL, Sazul, Waro, they're all finding picks. And Valde, he's got to go down. I mean, he's not really saving anything. You just want to get that extra loss bonus. Try and see if you can do some further damage. Not going to happen at all. Mad Lions, the perfect start they could ask for.
Well, we'll see if they can continue it on through. I don't know what the game plan will be here. Nuke one of these maps where you can indeed pretty comfortably eco this round out by the AKs early. Seems like we have a little bit of a technical issue here, folks. So bear with. Say a few prayers that it's not going to be extended. Usually on land, they're pretty quick to get this sorted.
Got a fun fact for you as well, Scriv.
Oh, hell yeah.
OG has the worst pistol round win percentage in the entire EU RMR. Going into this game, 25% won. 2 wins, 6 losses. Now make that 2 wins, 7 losses.
Well, there you go. It does indeed ring true. They've got a bit of work to do with the pistols.
Yeah, this force buy up, though. They didn't do a lot of damage in that last round, so they've got something in mind, something that they've got well drilled to see if they can bounce back in quickly. I wonder if it's going to be pacey for the T's.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, they took a bit of time, of course. I was saying they could have ecoed it out. Not going to be the case. Looks like going pacey also not going to be the case, at least initially. Here we go, though. Oh, they're actually following up on towards A. Great flash as Sassel caught out in the open. Trade comes back into Borup. It looked like a team kill there, but not going to be the case. Either way, recovered weapons now make them look very scary indeed. Bomb going to go down, nice and open. 4 on 3. Makes life very, very uncomfortable. Mad Lions. Got to try and break back in here. Warro will find one. They're all coming in together from Mini, trying to close the gap. Will indeed find the frags here. Looking pretty good on the conversion. Just Valde. The bomb's pretty far ticked, though. He could play around that. But he kind of gets pushed out. That's a little unfortunate, right? Tried to reposition. Molotov in the way, and of course now the kit on the bomb.
Yeah, just hoping that he can open up another pick. I can pretty much guarantee that we might see another force buy, right? You have a look at a couple of kills coming in, bomb plant 2. You want to keep pressure on this D side. You don't want to start Mad Lions running away with it. And they got off to a really good start. They opened up the bomb site well, thought as if there'd be more counteraction coming in. And for Valde, it's going to upgrade to a Galil. Not going to get a lot of support with the buy with his teammates. They're going to upgrade lightly. Not going to go for another hero rifle. So it is quite light on the buy, really.
Still kind of scary, though. So we'll see as things pan out. Minute and 30 thereabouts. Oh. Alexi B, he's got the right idea. The return smoke, though, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? He's been waiting all this time, and then he just gets denied away. Warro, meanwhile, going to find the first kill.
Yeah, thinking about a rotate down to that lower bomb site, grouping up with the MP9. OG sort of stuck in and around this secret position. Warro just trying to get as much impact as possible in the early round possible. 2 players, bait and switch. OG, they might run straight into the trap. But if they do, that bomb could bet drop from Flamesy.
Yeah, the committal's got to be here now from OG, and they go walking in. That just makes life even easier. Great reads here from Mad Lions. Alexi B, the only one left. Simple stuff from Mad Lions so far. And OG, they are a little bit panicked here on the T side. As you would expect, you know, a weak map for them, not a very common one. It's generally the T side where things can prove to be difficult. Tech 9, ridiculous. Only got to be all he gets here, though. Yeah, indeed. So, third round for Mad Lions, pretty flawless so far.
Yeah, Zazul having a decent couple of kills to that lower bomb site, and he's got an interesting one, because he's probably one of the only guys on this team that really a lot of people wouldn't have known. He played on QOS and Cream, Real Beta, Zero Zone. Like these are Iberian teams that not a lot of people recognize if you're not from that region. At least for TMB, we saw the name being established in HEF and Copenhagen Flames. Waro, we knew about him in some of the pugging scene. JL had that stint with Selector. That was when it was Edward playing with them, that CIS group that was having some decent inroads in the Tier 2 scene. And then Borup, I guess, was already an established name. Even though he is quite young, he's only 22, which kind of caught my eye.
Nice to see some young guns, you know what I mean? Like, always
yeah,
cropping up, keeping things interesting, taking a little bit of a scene on their back as well. Big fan of that. And we'll see, you know, as you kind of touched on when we were talking about in the break about this Mad Lions team, they're a little bit of a long contract, you know, long project squad.
For sure, yeah.
So, we'll see. Mantu, though, on the AWP, feeling confident, looking good. Nice and up close and personal there with the monitor. Good stuff. We'll find that open.
Of course, both of us loving the UK flag represent. Definitely. It's how it's got to be. Opening man advantage coming through for OG, and this is now just some of the weaknesses that we could see cracked through from Mad Lions, knowing what they have to do in terms of their protocols of bringing a situation like this down. TMB looking up to Silo, hasn't seen any outside presence just yet.
It's been a little quiet out here for sure. Molo to push Borup back. GMB and Sassol going to try and go aggressive with the flashbangs, and it works. They take the first, but not the second. Borup coming up at the perfect time. Mantu is the one that's finding all the kills, though. In all this chaos, it's the AWP that seems to find a little bit of calm, a little bit of serenity. He's ready for the drop on the backside, but JL still able to take him down. Into the 1 versus 1 against Valde now. JL's got the bomb, of course. A lot of control to work with. He's going to keep basic eyes on it. Oh, it is a bit of a guessing game. Now when he swings back up, he's got to be careful. However, Valde looking completely the wrong way, and JL will get it done. Mad Lions looking impressive early on.
Yeah, well played from Mad Lions. And when you have a look at their Nuke, it's one of their best maps in the pool. They don't mind picking into it. In their advanced season, they played it against some very good teams. So looking at the way this map has actually floated through in a best of 1, you'd have to imagine for the underdog team, it looks promising.
I'm impressed. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm going to see how long, of course, it keeps on rolling here. There's a lot more to do before they can start convincing, and I think OG are going to be another one of these teams similar to Heroic in the previous, where once they get the drop, once they get the lead, it will be tough. Nice find coming in from Borup. Maybe need a little bit more out of him. Where's the multi-frag here from one of the CTs? It's looking a little rough. Down goes Sassol while he's reloading. Bombs to be retrieved, and we do indeed get a second out of him. JL sticking around, able to get one. And there is the trade out from Waro. So chaos again on the A-bomb site. OG damage and coming close, etc. But Mad Lions, I mean, they're keeping it going here.
Yeah, they are. It does seem as if there might be some slight hesitation with some of the rotation plays from Mad Lions. The anchors are doing their job, though. They're delaying as much time as possible, allowing impact to be found. And honestly, everyone's finding some really good individual kills. TMB, the in-game leader, hasn't quite been able to get that level of success. He's been playing outside in Garage and that credit card area. Everybody else, they're putting numbers up.
On the edge of the smoke, able to catch Nico. Wonderful stuff. A bit of a bait smoke. Made it look like, you know, he'd smoked to get himself out of there, or maybe play it around the top of it as well. It's what a lot of players like to do from that kind of railing position that's there. But Mad Lions really looking prepped here on Nuke, that's for sure.
Yeah, done their homework, and they'd have been happy to finally get a win yesterday over Sprout, going on Ancient, having a great T-side, being 12-3 up at the half, and just getting it over the line with a 16-12 victory. And coming into Nuke, and again, this is their chance to play upset, isn't it? They're not really playing for much other than, oh gee, how's a loss sound?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. Would be nice to kind of deliver one to them, and I think Mad Lions, you know, prove a little bit, right, on a map that they're confident with. Mantu looking really good. He is dialed in these past few rounds. Great dry peak to find the 4-on-4. 30 seconds left, though. Surely got to be a late burst onto A.
You'd have to imagine so. And even for TMB, can he pull the distraction? Warrior's going to take some time to rotate up to this heaven play. OG have got the opportunity of Event Dog or just going straight out of Squeak Door to the upper take.
Here we go. Going to be the upper take indeed. Borup good for one. Traded out quickly. Molotov's coming down. There's only 10 seconds. TMB at the back of the site. He's dropped the bomb. He needs to fall now, and that's going to be the round. There's no time for Mantu. And OG, they leave it too late. In the bin it goes. Mad Lions, 6 rounds in a row.
Jeez, what a start this is coming out for the international squad of Mad Lions, not OG. Got 2 European teams here, and my goodness, just the way that Mantu is doing all the work. We saw him get 4 kills outside in a couple of previous rounds. That didn't quite equate to the clutch coming in. That time there, he brings it back from a 4v5 deficit to open up the numbers with a Squeak Door pick. He even catches off the heaven rotate. They can't really catch TMB in the back of the silos on default, though.
Mad. Absolutely mad. I don't know why we feel the need to run the clock down as well.
Yeah.
It's not like they had a lot of the control, a lot of the guessing game. And now, of course, the economy going to be completely out of whack with Mantu saving after time. I think they're in a lot of trouble early on here. Mad Lions actually looking very good.
It's surprising, and it's a pleasant surprise. You always love to see a development team like a Mad Lions, one that's for the future, do really well against a tier 1 team, and for the start of Nuke, you can't really fault them. OG, their economy game has just been awful, isn't it? They haven't got many bomb plants at all, so it's just not helping the money grow.
Well timed from TMB. He's a little too early, maybe. And they will be able to make it down the cross in towards Secret. JL, though, look at this. Got an advance with Waro. Nobody watching intently for it. We do have a Deagle on the backside. They're all trying to lobby crunch together. Mantu's taken out the player from the Squeak Door. Meanwhile, TMB moving down, gets perfect timing onto Alexi B, by the way. He'd been watching that for a while and then just looked away as TMB came down the ladder. Ridiculous. 4 versus 3, as Mad Lions again in the ascendancy.
Even Sasol waiting for the run out from Squeak Door, and if that does come through, that could be the bomb being dropped from Valde. They don't have a molly, so they can't put that out to the close of end position of where he's playing in.
Yeah, it's kind of panicked, isn't it? It's kind of panicked. Mantu on that orb. Got to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. 35 seconds left. Nice little nade damage onto Waro. They'll go bursting on through. Sasol from the back vent. Good for one. It's Valde, though, trying to fake it out. Not going to happen. And the 7th round, again, little tense towards the end, but it's looking really well put together from Mad Lions.
You know who's really impressed me is the Spaniard of Sasol. Now, coming into this day, Scriv, he was actually the 4th worst rated player in the event. He averaged an 0.72 rating, and he's turning that negative into a positive, isn't he? Not only is he getting multi-kills on the upper bomb side, he's performing, and he's top fragging for his team, or at least getting up there with Waro of 9 kills being only 1 behind. He's having a great game.
Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. See whether it continues. Alexi Vino into our next rifle. Will look to open up. And he gets it. 5 on 4 straight out the gate. Minute and 30 left here. OG, this is probably one of the better starts they've had.
Opening man advantage leading into a secret play. That rotation down in the vent. We'll see TMB playing out to double doors. Just jump peeking when that smoke starts to dissipate. Now, it could have a quick rotation from a couple of the ramp players who are actually peeking forward to try and clear out some of this lobby control, see if they can gather some information on the play.
Just got to keep it together here. TMB, perfect spot. Eco will get flashed in, not really going to check it. It's so dodgy, but TMB, you know, the panic sets in as he spins back around. He shoots a bit early, and then they are savvy to his position. JL, meanwhile, in towards Dark again. Another difficult spot to get past. Able to find the first, and dipping in and out. Will get a second. Not going to be enough to get the man advantage. Might be enough to give his team something to work with, but Mantu, again, looks so good on these peaks. AK or AWP, doesn't really matter. Now just down to Sassol, and don't really have as much money as they'd like, actually. So I think him saving's pretty important, not going to lie. But maybe the 7-0 scoreline, he's been given the go-ahead. I'm having a pretty good game, guys. Come on, let me get this one. Finds the first, got himself a kit, but he takes a lot of damage for that first. I would move to save now. There's just nothing coming his way, unfortunately.
Oh, he's got a smoke. Oh, okay. Looked like for a moment there he was going to try something. Go over to the AWP. Now, I ask you this, Scriv. The lineup for that incendiary that goes down to the dark position. You bounce it off the fire extinguisher. Is that meant to be?
You know, maybe. I'm not quite sure. That's something...
Why is the fire extinguisher there if you put the fire on it?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. That seems kind of backwards. Not very good. Well, that's not how they work, is it? Is it? I don't know. Fire extinguishers are a very foreign concept to me. I've never used one.
Yeah, no, I'm the same as you.
You do have to manually get them going, though, don't you? But surely, like, I don't know. Like, does it explode when it gets a bit hot? Also,
8. These are the questions.
That would be a bit wild, though, to be fair. You get a bit of shrapnel flying everywhere, and really not good for the health of the people involved, especially at a nuclear power plant, to be fair. Although I don't know what's happened here, but you know, it's nice find for Borrow. I was just gonna say the fact that we've got like a little mini war going on in a nuclear power plant is probably a recipe for disaster.
Oh, that was a tasty shot coming through from Warrior. Thinking about the recipes, are we gonna see any more? Oh, we could even multi-frag out to ramp.
Yeah, this looks good. This looks so good. Needs chilling. Look at that little smirk on his face, of course. Will miss the shot. Molotov to buy him some time, buy him some space to get away, and he will do so. So, unfortunately, not given the multi-frag there, but he's got another chance at it later on in the round.
Yeah, that's the important nature is, yeah, it doesn't follow up. Gets to safety, though. Doesn't expose himself to fall. Even Nico on this lurk down from Secret really needs to find a way in. If he can pick off the orb, that's great. The timing. Oh, my goodness. That could have been where Aurora strikes, and instead he doesn't. Yeah,
a bit awkward, mate. A bit awkward. He got the nasty one at the start of the round. Now trying to play shotgun AWP. Borup will be caught off, but Waro, indeed, is able to get in, able to trade him out. MP9 at an awkward angle. Gets it done. That's the bomb dropped as well. Valde caught out in the open, and they are straight back in. This is really promising. This is so good from Mad Lions.
What is going on here? Now, here's another fun fact that we're not really seeing from OG. Is coming into this game, they were rated first in the entire event for utility ADR, almost 40. Again, Alexi B was putting on records the other day on Dust 2. Guess who is second behind them with utility ADR? Of course, it's Mad Lions.
Well, there you go. Lovely stuff. I mean, yeah, you're not catching OG. You're absolutely not catching them after that Dust 2 game. But that's kind of cool from Mad Lions. That is kind of cool. as you said, it's been a tough group, right? There's no real shaky teams within this group. You know, there's not a vulnerable FaZe or Big or maybe a Heroic that obviously have got a little bit of politics going on, as it were. Nothing really affecting the likes of Vitality, the likes of everything. Great opener coming in. Whoa, a little close for comfort here, boys. TMB is able to find another, and Waro will help him chime in. Now Sasol going to take his place as the outside battle looking very good indeed. Alexi B will finally find a kill there for OG, but that's going to be it. Ninth round. When does it stop?
Bro, what is going on here? I'm really getting worried for OG. They need this win. And Mad Lions are just looking fantastic. They've got some flair to them, and that's what I love. They've come out of the gate. They've looked incredibly positive. They haven't minded making some of those risk plays. Waro is 14 kills and 3 deaths. He's having a game. And OG taking another tactical. Honestly, outside of the circumstances of greatness of Mantu, what have we really seen from OG? We haven't seen a lot to praise them about.
Yeah, you're not wrong, to be fair, and I think it does come down to the fact that, you know, it's ended on Nuke, and maybe they've gotten a little bit ahead of themselves, that they were a bit like, oh, I don't know about this. It's a bit awkward. You know, the Nuke really not looking too confident. I think their CT side will be a lot better for sure, but the T side is the problem, of course, and if they don't have a foundation, if they don't have anything to work with going into half 2, it really doesn't matter. So, worrying times, very worrying times right now for us.
Alexi B, how is he going to try and pull them out of this one? Out to the outside default. We're not seeing a lot of lurks in from OG, maybe because they just haven't been all that successful. A lot of grouped up setups on this T side. And one of the first rounds where the CTs don't really have a massive amount of influence to Secret.
Nice nade damage, TMB. Trying to return some sprays here. Does need to be a little careful. There's a lot of bodies around there. But they're not wanting to give the game away, of course. So they drop down Secret. Just going to try and go for the 5-man B play. Catch it off on the attack here. Jump spot coming in, of course, towards Decon. Waro's going to make his way down as the round indeed pans out. They are more and more ready for this. Sasol, well-timed peek onto the first. Vorup as well, finding his kill, but they do get traded. Alexi B picks up JL, so it's actually an advantage for OG. Looking very, very good in that sense. Valde's worked his way in towards Dark. Might just slip through. Waro, meanwhile, going to get clapped by Valde. I was going to say, might have a chance, but no, not the case. TMB now, the only one left, and there's not enough cash for him to just throw himself at this.
I was going to say, what a shot that is from Decon, but no, Valde's the one at Dark, so creates the angle. And for Mad Lions, they have a good read on that. You got Borup jump spotting at Decon, Sasol rotates in for the vents, you get the NWP of Warrior 2K coming down at ramp, and they start off well, don't they? They get a couple of opening kills, trades come back. It's when we see the follow-up of Alexi B's second, where things then get slightly awkward. Warren knows if they want to get the round together, he's going to have to start making a play. Just doesn't happen. And for OG, they find their second. You're right about this CT half. I think going into the second, that's where we'll see more comfortability coming through for OG. The problem is, how much safety net do they give them? How much security do they have? Because to me, 5 rounds, I think, is minimum of what OG need. That's sort of the goal of getting on T side. Even that could be difficult.
We need that consistency now. The roll through from OG has absolutely got to come in, because I think there's a lot of problems at the moment. And they need to kind of patch them up. 5 rounds, even 4, you could argue, might be workable with the individuals that they have moving on to the CT side. But 5 rounds at the bare minimum. Run it back to 6, that would be brilliant. But Mad Lions, we'll see what they've got in the back pocket when it comes to the adaptation.
Of course, other games going down, Vitality and Dignitas. And Ensign Sprout being the other couple of games that are going on while this one is. All games very important because you've got a lot of teams at 3-1 over in Group C. Mad Lions looking to see if they can bounce back quickly, OG. Like you mentioned, Scriv, looking for consistency. That's their element.
Yes, indeed. The burst out towards ramp here will indeed give them some control, but they've got to do something with it. Mad Lions have let them have it, you know, not wanting to get in the face of their opponents, just looking to play things nice and slow, nice and chill. However, gone back down to the neutral game again.
Seeing if they can over-rotate the CTs. It's all thinking about a Heaven Wrap, and this could be the misdirection coming through for ramp because they don't have a Hell player, they don't have anyone out at locks, they don't really know what's going on. Warrior at least gets the info from Squeakdoor.
Looking good here. 3 quick kills for OG, though, out of nowhere. Valde suddenly waking up. Oh, it's Borup to drop him on the way down, though, and that might just be the all-important kill. Going to be Mantu. 55 HP with the AWP, going for the quick plant. They'll move back towards the silo. Door reopens, and he's trying to just get away from them at this point, not give them the, you know, time to catch him while he's panicked, while he's still getting into position. We'll have a flash available here. In it goes, blinding him up. That'll buy some space. Contact AWP, of course, for Mantu. It's the only option. Tap onto the bomb. He'll go working his way round. Catches the back of one. Warrow, though,
He's
just holding. And he's going to get it. Yes, he will. Mantu. Oh, come on. Yeah, head in hands. What more do I need to do? Mad Lions will get number 10 by the skin of their teeth.
Just put yourself in Warrior 2K shoes for a moment there. The 20-year-old on his first big LAN event sticks a defuse when he knows the AWP is on the other side. That takes guts to stick it because he thinks to himself, maybe he might not peek straight away. Maybe he thinks I get off it. That is a sick clutch coming through for Mad Lions. And for OG, imagine how frustrated you must be if you're Mantu.
I mean, yeah, absolutely right. And the likes of Valde as well, who's done his best to battle back into that round. Sucks. Sucks big time. That's my analysis.
They need more T rounds. At least the buy is kind of shocking for Mad Lions. Because the economy isn't quite there, there was only one player surviving in that 1v1 clutch. We are seeing some SMGs out, so that's an advantage that OG can try and work with. Upper take with Util, Holly coming through to start off, and straight Xe could be on.
It could indeed, to be fair. We'll see what the game plan is. The MP5. Why does it look so weird on the hood as well?
Tiny, mate.
Yeah, it's so small. That's hilarious. Probably because it just doesn't come out very often. Oh. Okay. Not going to get to see it in action just yet. 40 seconds. We saw previously these late round pushes from OG have not really been that successful.
Well, they don't have another smoke to go down to that Squeakdoor, so eventually it's going to be the explosion out. There is 3 on 8, and it's the AWP to defend here too.
The TMB going to be the first to chime in, though, looking good, and they've got no other options. Yeah, stacked on top of each other makes it very unexpected. Not able to find the kill, but on the repeat, Warrow gets it done, and they're going to try and drop towards B, but it's cost them almost everything. Flame Z will be the one left up top, but the MP9's already here to deny the round away. Not going to happen, unfortunately, boys. A weird little fight there. It's actually JL to find it. Flame Z, no time. We'll get some kills. Actually get a few kills, but he's probably going to go down after time. No, get me out of here. Yeah, he will just make it through. But it's the 11th for Mad Lions, and they show no signs of slowing down.
Mate, Borup, so much damage. Anytime he's playing closed vent, Tetris, around that Squeakdoor area, he is getting not only multi-frags, but damage that could be looked as multi-frags. You've got, what, 2 players dropping down to the vents with 7 points of health. Mad Lions up to 11. What a crazy first half from them. They look so coordinated, and it's almost a shame to maybe see we haven't seen more better results from them.
Yeah, there's legs. There's legs. There's absolutely legs in this project. We'll see, of course. I think, as we talked about, learning experiences, this is going to be a great one for them for sure. Absolutely. OG, meanwhile, trying their damnedest to claw their way back in. Missed shot from Warrow, does need to be careful. Got quite a few landed shots, so it's fair, and he's very quickly going to go on high and try and reapproach from a different angle. And he finds success. Wonderful stuff. Great to see. Moves up to the 18th kill. Meanwhile, on the B-bomb site, in comes the attack. In comes the cheeky little smoke to allow the bomb to go down. JL can't really deny, but again, chips and chips of damage coming in, making things look very, very doable. Nico on the backside going to have to find a kill or two here for sure. Shoulder peaks are solid, but the spray down can't quite get it done. Man2, again, trying to bring them through, kicking and screaming. It's not going to happen. Valde, Alexi B. Now just Alexi B, because Waro is plucking them out of the air. He absolutely cannot miss right now, but neither can Alexi B. Magnetized their bullets are currently. Waro's going to get onto the bomb, go for the tap, and, well, he's not going to hold. Alexi B, though, playing the game of chicken perfectly, will take him down. Huge clutch. I think he falls to the bomb. No, he gets the AWP out as well. Still only 4 they can hope for, but that's a nice one.
That was well played from Alexi B. A lot of time wasting. And Man2, just the distraction. Waro, but a couple of great picks with the AWP. Quite slow to being able to deal with that last player. So peaking perhaps a little bit too early. Where you have a look at the positioning from Waro being back down from ramp, it's going to take him time to get over. If they would have peaked on each other's contact and Borup on the site could have drawn the attention, that could have allowed the backstab in, and pressure may have been building in that 3v1 for Mad Lions.
Indeed. Going to go for a fast one here outside. Try and get themselves a 12th round. However, it is being denied away pretty comfortably. TMB with a bit of mind games here as he drops down and will move back up. Nade comes towards Alexi B. Minimal damage done. Back down he goes again. Yeah, crazy aggression outside. Doesn't work, though.
Ooh, do they clear ramp if they go there at all? They might just go for an inner hit and get that smoke down to that main position. Warriors backstabbing.
Oh, not going to happen, though. Man2 is a lot sharper than he looks, maybe. Really well read. Into the 4-on-2 now, I think should be an easy 4th here for OG. And I have high hopes for the CT side. I don't know about you. It is going to be a hard run back, but still a little bit of confidence there, and of course, I think they will just look to play off of their individuals. But Mad Lions, they have shown why they are proficient on this map. They will not get the crazy half, of course. 11-4, though, definitely workable, and their T-side, surely they've got the preparation here. We'll have to find out. See you in a bit.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother. Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother.
All right, hello, welcome back in. It seems we maybe might have a bit of a technical issue, I suppose, with things going on the server, of course. A little bit awkward indeed to get back in. Yeah, so it looked like we had a bit of a technical issue there as we, unexpectedly were back on camera, to be fair, Dweg. Definitely caught rabbit in headlight style, but that's cool. Happens, and that's fine. You just brush it off. As OG, you're going to have to brush off that first half. Boom, segues. We move into the pistol very quickly, and Mad Lions, they are getting hella aggressive towards ramp.
It's quick, isn't it? Borup with his head down, trying to make it difficult for the headshots, getting his lockers and outside control. Where does Alex.BB go? He can't go anywhere. He's getting hunted by them all, and even Flames, he gets caught off. Warren 2K gets a 2K himself, and Nico is going to try and defend this upper bomb site. Valde's playing down in secret. My goodness, this is completely falling apart.
Yeah, they are scrapping, Gloves off. This is very, very, very dirty. Sassol will manage to take out Valde. The only kill, of course, comes from Valde. Nico now, he's kind of snuck in. I don't think they'll necessarily expect him here, but like, where do you go? You've got no info. And, yeah, he's trying to wait for them to come to him. And, well, they do. And they also don't miss. That's the difficulty, of course. The 11-4, comebackable, yes. Going to be difficult, but when you lose the pistol, well, it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, Mad Lions really starting to push the issue, and for them, they qualified for the last showdown only very recently through the Fantasy Expo qualifier, so they actually had some great wins there. They beat Luminar in a BO1, they beat Sprout, they beat FPX in best of threes, which was a surprise. So we do know that they can take some big caps, right? That they can have some victories against some high-end competition. Up here against OG in this sort of scoreline, though, I never saw this happening.
Yeah, man, it is really cool to see. I'm not going to lie. Mad Lions, I think, they've got a lot of potential. I am a big fan of some of the players here as well. Borup, it feels like he might have had some of the best months robbed from him across the COVID era. Finding a bit of a home and looking good while doing so, although in this game a little quiet. That's fine. That's okay. Maybe not needed. However, the push in here from Mad Lions looking pretty effective. And they should indeed be good. Valde able to catch one. If he got the second, maybe you start to believe. 4-on-2 against a Deagle and a CZ. Maybe I shouldn't write them off just yet, because that was a nice little shot from Flame Z. However, will fall, and now Alex.BB Mac 10. Left low. Should be able to clean up house here on the Mad Lions. He might find another. He might find some kill bonus. Unfortunately, not going to be the case as Warrow gets the drop.
Jeez, what a game he's having. And everyone that doesn't maybe watch Tier 1 CS knows just how much of a sick player Warrow is. Now, in this event script, we've seen glimpses of him. A couple of rounds here or there. We haven't really seen a big performance from him. To think this is coming through in day 5, game 5 for Mad Lions, and he's dropping 24 and 8. He is just popping off.
Lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely stuff. Well, Mad Lions coming into this round, trying to go speedy down the vents. They will indeed fall. JL with the Galil, keeping an eye on ramp. I think we'll come through with that flag. Pretty much ignore the round, although, you don't expect too much out of the buy here, of course, for OG. And then the one rifle round to put a stop to it, to put a brick wall up and try and survive as long as possible. They really do not have any breathing room at all.
Yeah, OG need to really step up. Otherwise, this is a disaster. This is going to be one of the worst results we've seen from them in a while. Alex.BB doing as much damage, trying to keep the AK alive, so there's some level of weaponry being brought into that next round. 14 on the board for Mad Lions. And who would have thought in the European International Derby we would have this kind of a result?
Hey, well, here it is. I mean, we were in the camp of OG, looking pretty firm, looking pretty solid over there.
Yeah?
Not slipping up, but I guess they will indeed have their slip up. What can we say, Dweg, mate? We've cursed people out a little bit in that sense.
Every game so far. I mean, for Mad Lions as well, you've got a fair bit of support staff. You have Cuban. Everyone remembers him as a player. Also, coach of VP, coach of MV. And then Massaman, I think is his name, was a player in the Spanish scene for Wizards and Epsilon, Kick, Giants, Existence, those kind of teams. He's now joined up as an assistant coach role with them as well. So there is a lot of players that do help out this team. A lot of support staff trying to get the preparation forward because it looks like they're prepared in this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, big time. Nuke looking formidable. It's a weak map for OG. Excuse me. Watch this. You mind? That is so funny to just see, though. His teammate just, like, walks in front of him. TMB going to find the first onto Flamesy. Never ideal. Valde. Oh, trying to hold. Look at this, though. He will find the kill, but I love the idea from JL. Oversteps into the AWP, though. And now the 4-on-3 ensues.
And they're just desperate, honestly. You got to pick back on the JL and you feel as if, okay, I'm going to multi-frag. Going to get us 2 kills here at ramp and give us an advantage. Not even a jiggle, just a swing out. And it makes it so much more difficult. It means Alexi B might have to look forward. Mad2 does open up onto TMB. The timing of Alexi going down into the vents may miss these players out from hard.
Yeah, it leaves Nico. It's always difficult. Oh, but he's looking the wrong way.
Oh, what?
Borup, look up. Bro. Warrior's going to take him down because the whole thing was just, you know, crazy that they managed to walk out like that. 2 versus 2 again to keep OG in the game. So much riding on this Mantu. He has looked pretty damn good. Tried his best in so many rounds to pull them through by the collar. Oh, and he might get a chance again. Warrior going to go for the plant. We traded instantly, but Alexi B is there. Thank goodness. OG, they look to hang on.
That's another clutch that Alexi B wins, and you start getting into some odd territory for OG. The majority of rounds they've won here on Nuke, Scriv, have all come down to clutch situations, and it's been the Finn, the in-game leader of Alexi B, behind that.
Crackers. Absolutely crackers. Well, could be the start. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? How far are we going here? Is it going to be quickly shut down? Are we going to get halfway? Or have you got that feeling, that gut feeling that maybe they can do it?
Nah, mate. I'm not feeling it. I really aren't. Mad Lions have just been the better team by far, and even though there's opportunities to present itself, I reckon they're going to just take a couple, perhaps, and then answer back quickly. Even this buy, it looks decent, right, for Mad Lions. You've got majority AKs across the board. You don't have a lot of util. An opening man advantage could be very necessary in a round like this if they want to find a conversion.
Nobody giving anything away, though. You know what I mean? The odd spray through a smoke, but there's no light swing, no crazy play. TMB, you've got the right idea. Always nice to get those bits of chunk damage, to be fair. That is an awful lot to do early on.
You'd have to imagine split play into upper, try and get us all outside to wrap in from main. Warriors waiting for an overextension. It's not really happening at all for OG. They're very patient.
Smoke's outside, though. Little bit of a fake play. Are they also going to eat some damage here? So HP-wise, it's looking good for Mad Lions. 30 seconds left, though, to make a move. What's the game plan? Borup trying to bait sounds away. Sassol creeping in, looking to find Valde. And if he checks his angle quickly, he should be able to get it. Indeed, he does. MP9, though, going to stop TMB. We've got one up close from, oh my goodness, from Nico. Warrow will fall. 10 seconds left, but the bomb managed to vent dive, I guess. And they will get it down. 3 on 2. Got to clear the door before you close it. And now just the 1-on-3 for JL. CZ in hand. Open his heart. Might get one, but surely he gets traded here. Whoa, a little scary for a second, but not going to happen.
You can see opportunity being presented there when they line up. Doesn't quite come in the way that he would have liked. Defusing for OG, and for Mad Lions, not a lot of money in the loss bonus. Even with that cash injection of the bomb plant, it's not going to affiliate a buy at all. You'd have to imagine maybe some upgraded pistols here or there with the 2400, buy down to about the 2K kicker. OG, it's a way in, and it's stringing rounds together. Now, so far, even with these 2 in a row, that's the most we've ever seen from them, Scriv, is 2 rounds in a row. Other than that, it's been individual. We haven't seen 3, we haven't seen 4. It could be turned into that.
Yeah. Potentially. A lot riding on the line here, but of course, Mad Lions, they've got so much room to work with. I love the pause at this time. We're always a big fan of those advanced pauses, you know, ahead of the time pauses.
Yeah, because you don't want to call it too late, do you? That's always the worst, is when you call the tactical timeouts when the game's almost over, when you've just lost it completely.
I think we're kind of from a little bit of a generation of watchers as well, where there were so many games back in the day where, like, an underdog especially would be performing well, or it'd be super close and they've got a chance, and it's like, take a pause now is a good time. Especially when you were in like that Fnatic era, the amount of games that they, what was it, Fugo, I think their coach was that their
manager, yeah.
But yeah, either way, they would take a pause and they'd have this like innate ability to turn things around. They really, at the time, were showing how valuable these pauses could be, and they were a bit longer. You could get everyone involved, you know. Maybe you indeed like had like a minute sometimes, but there were just so many teams that didn't use them and then would end up dropping a game. So I think that's why I enjoy seeing them, because it's just kind of the opposite of like PTSD, like a happy kind of look back that things have changed and improved.
I like the positioning from Warrior outside, just being able to try and see if he could stretch the mini player forward. Is him finally getting caught off down into the lower bomb site? You might imagine a bomb plan here for the T's. Not
a bad result, to be fair. Yeah, it looks like they do indeed have that chance with the advanced positions they're able to get, and they're here before OG. However, kills are not going. Oh, he says a lot of damage coming in, but no conversions, unfortunately. There's Borup to chime in. It looks like Mantu went down at one point as well. Didn't quite catch that on the kill feed, but doesn't matter. They survive with 3. They will indeed be able to get the defuse in. He's not trolling, guys. He's just waiting for the AWP to be recovered, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Can see it, man. But don't mention that, you know. Someone's gonna complain about him. Why is he not defusing?
Ooh, OG. Okay. I'm starting to see some glimpses, right? We're starting to see some rounds where cohesion slightly better, tactically slightly better, individual stepping up. It's the way forward. Mad Lions. How long does this continue until they put it to a halt and get up to 15? Well, could be this one, because they have got a good-looking buy. They don't have an AWP out for Warrior. They've got AKs and full util. Oh, yeah. Okay, utility damage.
Huge. It's OG. You know, they've made a name for themselves in that sense. Massive. Absolutely massive. Jesus.
The new big, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, hello. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, to be honest with you. Oro trying to spam away. Hoping he might get a cheeky heady, but not going to happen. Minute and 15, and Mad Lions, you know, you have 2 players tagged up this heavily, this early on. It really does throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, it doesn't make it easy. You'd have to imagine entry frag's going to be at all. Mantu dropping a smoke down to a teammate at lower, so Flamesy can re-smoke off Squeak Door if he likes.
Well, there you go. It's almost as if you watch a lot of Counter-Strike. Either way. Oh, great angle for Alexi B. And you send your lowest player at the backside there, of course. It is indeed going to spell disaster. Alexi B getting aggressive. Might not be the move. The player on the other side of that smoke, my friend. Borup going to take down Flamesy. TMB, though, on the reload. Alexi B cannot fluff this up, and he doesn't. Will get traded out quickly, though. 3 versus 3 as the panic stations are hit. Bomb plant to be denied away for now. Nico falls, but it's big damage. Look at this, combined HP of 20. However, playing it around the headshot angles, and the AWP doesn't really matter. Onto the USB he goes with a quick little inspect. Mantu will clutch it up. Oh, it's close. But again, OG hanging on.
I was surprised he didn't really get too hyped about that one. Just said, oh, yeah, another day in the office, 1v2 clutch, no problem at all.
You've got to keep it together. I mean, the thing is as well, you know, it's your 8th round, and they've got 14. You do need to be careful to not let your emotions in too early.
Yeah. Yeah, Mad Lions. Honestly, I look at that as a missed opportunity. I think that they watched the Heaven Wrap from Valde very well. Didn't quite capitalize on that 2v1 advantage. And are struggling to close out here on this T side.
Can be tough. Can be very, very tough, of course. See a lot of teams get into this position, especially some of these younger, not being together as long, not tested as heavily rosters. Oh, big damage from Alexi B. I respect the repeat. There you go. Warrow going to take down Flame Z, though. We do have a player in the form of Valde who's directly in on the site. So breaking into this site with a player at decon and a player in the vents. Sorry, on the rafters. He's not in the vents. That was my brain thinking he was when I saw him on the X-ray here. Oh, head spotted. Dangerous for Alexi B. He knows it as well. Nearly caught with a flash out. Very, very panicky. Very, very tense. He gets the double, though. Well played. Brilliant flashbang, really. Simple stuff, but it is beautiful. He's able to get out of there as well before the peak of Sassol comes in.
Just desperate for an advantage. TMB still lurking towards upper, hoping that they can start scrambling. He's thinking to himself, hey, mate, bring the bomb back up to upper. It looks pretty clear. And then all of a sudden, well, it's not quite clear. One more player left. Sassol, 1v4. Might be able to deal with Alexi B to continue doing some damage. At least there's no AKs being held by OG on this CT side. So that's some sort of advantage moving in. All right, it's another pick. It's damage.
If we can get one more, be pretty happy with this. What does he do? You know, flash goes in. Valde, freest kill of the game for that guy. Shooting him in the back. And that will be the 9th. OG, yeah, starting to look a little bit impressive. Mad Lions, again, back to square one. We will see the buy come out from them, though. And, of course, we've had some timeouts here. We need this buy to work because I think then you really do start to worry. Once the double digits gets hit, it's like, whoa, perhaps they've got to an unstoppable point.
By the way, Roy just got to 30. Dropped a 30 bomb in that last round with the Deagle. He's having a good performance, and you have to look at him, really, to get them over. Again, money was there for an AWP. Opts against a slightly more aggressive J out to Ram. Might be able to deal with Man 2. Oh, my goodness. What is that dry face?
Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, great flash. TMB, so blind. I think you do just have to spray there, don't you, to be honest, but benefit of hindsight and all that good stuff. Either way, the B-bomb site's somewhat compromised, however, not fully. It's not being planted yet. They don't have the entire team here. Aldale find Borup on the top side. She recovering from a man-down scenario for now. Meanwhile, Sassolo and late one in. Warrow with a keen kill, and he's got the keen pick up here. The pre-fire there. And it looks like the crumble, the falling of the house of cards has finally happened for OG. Valde on 50 HP, there's not a chance.
Jeez, he just keeps putting numbers up, doesn't he? I love that rap too for Sassol that he went upper, didn't he? Because there's even that sort of idea that, well, hang on, if lower doesn't actually work that well, let's just bring it back upper. Valde, 1v3, he's got to save onto the orb, the timing, could work out quite well. Now they can go hunting.
Yeah, indeed, they can go looking for him. If they can take this AWP away, it would be massive. However, Valde, he wants to keep a hold of it, of course. I think they themselves don't have the most amount of money in the world. That one's actually going to hurt them a little bit. It was Warrow, who's the richer player, so that's cool. But you can see, not a fan of Sassol going down, to be honest. That's definitely going to cost them.
Yeah, there must have been some miscommunication there, because Warren just had his knife out. Oh, here we go again. Check this out, everyone at home. And it's dry, too.
Unreal.
Like,
Unreal.
it's to me, it's more so the confidence than actually the shot. It's, okay, we know Man2's playing ramp. You know what, mate? Don't give me a flash. I reckon I can hit this.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes, man. You know, the big balls play.
Yeah, got to back yourself, as we say.
Indeed. You absolutely do. And he did. And you can see why it pays off, you know. And now he'll probably continue to back himself moving forwards, which is worrying stuff for OG. We've got a bit of a technical here, folks. Pensive music. CS default music. I love that they use that.
A packet of crisps on the chair there. I'd never noticed them before.
Cheeky little Easter egg.
They've come from the vending machine on the other side, but how have they got there? Which CT has been hungry?
Everyone's left in a hurry, mate. All the construction workers have left in a hurry, and, you know, you get to the car outside, and our Fred, he's, bloody hell, I've left me crisps. Can't go back inside now. Yeah, because there's some weird war thing going on, you know. Imagine, though, explaining this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
Yeah. Even without the whole idea of, like, the round concept. It's like armed thugs have taken over the nuclear power plant. They don't really want to do anything apart from just run around and plant a bomb or whatever.
It is kind of crazy, right? Just how often or over the years we've seen Nuke change. Because it is a proper old school map.
Yep. And then Dust 2's had its first major change since 2012.
Yeah.
So kind of cool.
Yeah.
How, you know, they see the map, see the philosophy of certain maps.
Yeah. I remember. Do you remember when there was that the railing outside that you could run like all the way from Silo to Heaven? The one that everyone kind of remembers is the Get Right Jumping Tech 9, right? Like way back in the day.
I do miss that. It was kind of a lot of fun. And then when it was all, they changed it. They like visually updated and obviously made a few changes and whatnot, particularly like
Toxic, right? Remember when there was doors there?
Yeah. But you could get all the way around, couldn't you? You could like
all the way. Yeah. That
Crazy.
was kind of cheeky.
That one got changed quite early. The open vent down towards B as
Double
well.
vents, yeah. Now we call it closed vent. It's not. Didn't used to be closed. Yeah, that was wild. Like 2 vents.
All right. So seems we had a little bit of an issue. Player out, player back in. Quick match medic. And now an
And they
actual
take a timeout.
Yeah, this is mind games. This is, I mean, sure, they'll probably be talking about it, you know, don't want to mess it up. Of course, as we touched on, their economy's a little bit all over the place, and when you're not in the thick of it, when you've not worked that out in the moment, you might have to go back and just make sure that you're getting it right. But also, it will affect OG mentally a little bit. Sat here waiting, you know, for their inevitable demise, it may feel like, right? Staying positive is quite difficult the longer you wait.
And as well, we've seen Mad Lions grinding the games. Only last night, while they've still been here at the RMR, they played their ESEA advanced game in the lower bracket against one win.
Mad.
So there's quite a few teams here at the EU and CIS RMR that are playing other events as well as this, because it's all about the grind, right? It's all about the hard work, and for Mad Lions, it seems like it's paying off here on Nuke.
It does indeed. It does indeed. Just one more hurdle, and it's going to be Warrow to open up. Who else? 33 kills. And he looks so cool. He's just sat back, fragging.
Oh, big jewel. Really big advantage to win. Nico with the AWP outside needs to hit the quick scope, and he does. So there's a way back into the round. Oh, he's thinking about overextending when the teaser start to walk out.
Yeah, nearly getting caught there. However, he's going to keep on chiming in. Nico on the AWP. Who'd have thunk?
Yeah, don't say that very often, do you?
Yeah, indeed. Why is... Some of the cams are so funny to me, like the position. Why is Valde so far away? You know, some of them are so wild. However, he's going to be close to the action, of course. Only able to find the one. Back into a 2-on-2. Still hangs in the balance despite Nico's heroics. And JL does not want to mess with this. Smoke coming in, making sure that he absolutely has no chance.
I love that lineup, right? That he's not even jiggle peeking to throw the smoke to hell. Just does not even give an opportunity to the AWP.
It's so well composed, you know, and it's definitely a thing that a player could overlook. Maybe online, you definitely be a little bit more lackadaisical. Let's say Flame Z, not going to deny it away, not going to try for it. JL, that could be the all-important kill. Nico has got to clutch up against 2 to keep OG in the game. The pace picking up here. He's tried his best to pull them through. It's screaming. JL round the corner with the pre-fire will get it done. 16-9 as Mad Lions